she actually said, or Kim said, I think Justin Bieber should date my sister. And I was like, I think I should date you.
Hey kiddo, what are you doing? Just having a little drink before my car picks me up. Where are you going? I'm gonna go to join Diddy. He's doing that. Rick Ross is doing a little concert this afternoon. Really? Your boobs, honestly, they get bigger. No, I just lifted this bra up. It's like night and day. I need to have my boobs sitting up at this you do. Level at all times. They were like down to here. That's life-changing. Life-changing, but it gives me back fat. Gotta pick or choose your battles. That's what I learned in my life. Yeah. So why do you care to go to this? Because I was invited and I think it would be fun. When are you gonna act your own age? It's like rap crew, like Rick Ross and Diddy. Do you think this is like your crowd? I know a thing or two about rap music. Who is the boss? Me. No.
Kim, tell me about your photo shoot with Justin.
Oh my God, it was so much fun.
What shoot did you do?
I did a shoot in the Bahamas with Justin Bieber.
How old is Justin?
16. During the shoot, Justin said, oh, I have a nickname for you. And I was like, what? He's like, Cougar.
Does he have a crush on you?
I have no idea.
Do you have a crush on him?
Yeah, Kim, do you have a crush on him?
If only he was 18.
18?
Wait.
First met Justin Bieber at the White House Correspondents' Dinner in Washington, D.C. And I think actually before that, I had said in an interview that I wanted to set him up with my sister, Kendall, who's 14. And then he had responded in an interview saying that no, he didn't want to be hooked up with my sister, he liked me, or something just silly like that.
Can we talk about how Kim spilled the tea about those Justin dating rumors? You know, after he posted that tweet calling her his girlfriend.
When I met him in Washington, D.C., we took a picture together and he Twittered it and said, you know, me and my girlfriend Kim. And instantly, I mean, it was on CNN, like all over the place that him and I were.
And if you look at Justin Bieber as a kid and Rain as a kid, they look exactly the same. Because that's supposed to be Scott Disick's son. Yeah, Scott's Disick's son. Yeah. But it doesn't look like Scott, and Scott even notices.
Everything goes back to Justin with the Selena Jenner Bieber drama. And I will say that the person who made the timeline did say that. Like, if you look at this timeline and you really break down Selena and Justin and Hailey's relationship, like, Justin was like a dog. He was like a fucking asshole, and he, like, I think made these girls crazy. So this person also said, I can confirm Kendall, Kylie, and Kourtney all slept with Justin Bieber. Kourtney after Hailey, and Hailey was pissed.
Kim Kardashian channels her inner cougar with Justin Bieber.
Is this a joke?
Why they love their prey so young.
That is so embarrassing.
I think that I was just, living in this shame, living in all this sort of stuff of my past, and I wasn't able to move on.
Do you think the person that the you of then was on a path of self-destruction?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I would have, for sure, 100%. Yeah. It would have been no bueno. It was bad. I don't know if I'd be alive, for sure. It was dark. It was hard for me being that young and being in the industry and not knowing where to turn, and everyone, telling me they love me and, just turn their back on you in a second. People take for granted encounters, and I just want to protect her, I don't want her to go through anything I went through. I don't wish that upon anybody.
Do you realize how important your story is? Every time I have a conversation with someone who's been through this unique type of experience, I'm searching for some kind of truth that can help.
I commend you for going there.
Listen up, because Justin Bieber just dropped some major bombshells. And honey, this tea is scalding hot. The pop superstar is finally breaking his silence about how some of the biggest names in the industry did him dirty when he was just a teenager. We're talking about how people like Kim Kardashian and Diddy, who should have been protecting this sweet young thing, might have been using his fame and innocence for their own come-up. I mean, isn't it just wild how the people you trust can turn around and stab you in the back when you're at your most vulnerable?
Bieber was my time, and with Bieber being my time, You gotta say Bieber.
Bieber.
I heard a little Bieber. I was like, Kato heard it too.
I seen Bieber when he was 15, and actually in that excerpt inside the house where he was like, "Yo, you want one of these?" and it was a Lamborghini. He actually told me to pull the Lamborghini out, pull it in the front, and I pulled it in the front. So it was me, him, Scooter, what's his name? Scooter Brock. Yeah. It was him, and it was just basically one of them phone calls like, "Yo, I'm in town. I'm gonna bring Justin by. I want you to holler at him for a little while." And he just hollered at him they ain't stayed together 48 hours and all that. He just was talking shit right there. He stayed there for about an hour or two, blah, 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 and he got up out of there.
While most folks remember Justin's big break for his chart-topping hits, behind closed doors, it was a whole different story. A mess, darker and more twisted than anybody could have imagined. And
now, while everyone remembers Justin's rise to fame for those chart-topping bops behind closed doors, oh my God, it was so much darker and twisted than anyone could have imagined. And these new revelations, they're literally shaking the industry to its core. People are demanding answers, and the truth about Justin's deep-rooted trauma is finally bubbling to the surface. Word on the street is that this poor baby was thrown into a world of parties, power, and straight-up manipulation that no teenager should ever have to deal with. He was getting invites to all these exclusive events from older industry insiders, only to end up in situations that were way inappropriate for his age. Sure, those parties might have looked glamorous on Instagram, but the real tea about what Justin went through, it's leaving everyone absolutely shook. The poor thing has even hinted that these wild experiences left him feeling like he had zero control over his own life. Picture this. At just 13 years old, this adorable, fresh-faced talent named Justin was turning heads with his incredible voice. And guess who noticed? R&B superstar Usher swooped in, signed him to a joint venture label, and became his mentor. With Usher in his corner, Justin started rubbing elbows with some serious heavy hitters, including music mogul Diddy and reality TV queen Kim Kardashian. But let me tell you about the real game changer, his connection with Diddy. The mogul took a special interest in young Justin, positioning himself as this guiding light in the industry. And of course, Justin was totally starstruck by Diddy's legendary status. But here's the thing, being a minor in cutthroat Hollywood left Justin completely vulnerable to some seriously shady dealings. This sweet boy put his trust in these industry titans, totally unaware that they might not have had his best interests at heart.
Kim, tell me about your photo shoot with Justin.
Oh my God, it was so much fun.
What shoot did you do?
I did a shoot in the Bahamas with Justin Bieber.
How old is Justin?
16. During the shoot, Justin said, "Oh, I have a nickname for you." And I was like, "What?" He's like, "Cougar."
Does he have a crush on you?
I have no idea.
Do you have a crush on him?
Yeah, Kim, do you have a crush on him?
If only he was 18.
18?
Wait, you know there's stuff all over the internet about how you're a cougar.
How I'm a cougar?
Yeah.
I'm not even 30 years old.
Now, let's spill the real tea about Kim Kardashian stepping into Justin's world. They started popping up together at these photo shoots, and honey, let me remind you, Kim was already famous thanks to that infamous viral tape. So obviously, her appearances with babyface Justin set off a firestorm of rumors and controversies. I mean, that age gap, people were absolutely losing it, speculating about what was really going down between them.
White House Correspondents' Dinner in Washington, D.C. And I think actually before that, I had said in an interview that I wanted to set him up with my sister, Kendall, who's 14. And then he had responded in an interview saying that, no, he didn't want to be hooked up with my sister, he liked me, or something just silly like that. It was a joke. And so when I met him in Washington, D.C., we took a picture together, and he Twittered it and said, you know, me and my girlfriend Kim.
And then there was that moment. You know the one I'm talking about, when Justin and Kim did that Elle magazine photo shoot in the Bahamas. Those pics were supposed to be all fun and flirty with their cute beach outfits, but chilly, the backlash. People were raising serious eyebrows, wondering if it was appropriate for a woman in her 30s to be all up in a teenager's space like that. And get this, Kim actually had the nerve to call Justin her cougar bait. Like, excuse me? His fans were not having it. The drama just kept snowballing, and that comment, it made it impossible for Justin to shake off the creepy vibes of being thrust into situations that crossed some serious lines. Being connected to a high-profile adult like Kim at such a tender age brought attention that this poor child just wasn't ready for. And don't even get me started on Diddy's role in all this mess. His influence on Justin's life was just as concerning. At first, it looked like Diddy was trying to mentor the young star, but some of these situations Justin found himself in, people were asking all the right questions.
Arenas and everything, starting to act different, huh?
No,
you ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, I mean, you try to get in contact with me, through all my, partners and whatnot. But you never really got my number, so.
Right. Okay.
My number?
Yeah.
The tea is piping hot about how Diddy had Justin running with a grown crowd at these wild industry parties. I'm talking events that no young soul should ever witness. And there's this recent clip circulating showing 15-year-old Justin right in the middle of one of Diddy's notorious bashes. But wait, it gets juicier. Justin's mama, Patty Millette, is not staying quiet anymore. She's opening up about how uncomfortable she felt watching her baby boy get pulled into these events. Justin was rolling with these heavy hitters who promised him the world, but at what cost? Patty even suggested these early experiences might have contributed to Justin's later struggles. We're talking substance issues and mental health battles. Being thrust into this grown-up world way too soon, with Diddy calling the shots? It definitely left some deep scars. Meanwhile, Diddy's behavior has come under fire multiple times. Sources are whispering that instead of actually mentoring Justin, Diddy might have been more interested in the clout of having pop music's hottest kid on his arm. For Justin, these so-called adult mentors might have done way more harm than good. Fans are going off on social media. One user dropped this bomb. Kim is a predator as well. She should be in jail. Another one chimed in. That clip with Diddy. Justin looks so uncomfortable. And this third person didn't hold back. Justin needs to testify against them all and put them all behind bars. Let me tell you, when fame hit Justin Bieber, it hit him like a freight train. And baby, it didn't take long for all that pressure to absolutely wreck his personal life and mental health. This poor thing found himself surrounded by people who seemed more interested in cashing in on his fame than actually checking if he was okay. Before he could even catch his breath, Justin was sliding into this reckless lifestyle, already tangled up with substances to cope with all the stress and isolation creeping in. His inner circle was stacked with these big names, but who was actually there for him and who was just riding his coattails? The pressure to keep up that perfect pop star image, plus the non-stop media circus, turned his world into a complete toxic mess. Justin felt like a puppet, being pulled around by people just looking to make bank off his fame. During his darkest days, he started acting out, which only fed into that whole troubled young star narrative the media was pushing.
Did you feel protective of her?
Yeah, I definitely feel protective of her. It was hard for me being that young and being in the industry and not knowing where to turn, and everyone, telling me they love me and, just turn their back on you in a second. So yeah, it's hard because I want her to know that, she can count on me, but at the end of the day, I don't want to. I just want to protect her, I don't want her to lose it. I don't want her to, go through anything I went through. I don't wish that upon anybody. So,
Now here's the real kicker. When all these allegations about Justin's run-ins with Kim Kardashian and Diddy hit the headlines, How did these celebs respond? They didn't! Neither Kim nor Diddy has said a word about these allegations. And let's be real, when it comes to Kim and Justin's past, the media pretty much swept those controversial moments under the rug, including that super inappropriate cougar bait comment that had everyone debating whether it was okay to talk about a teenager like that. But Miss Kim has kept her lips sealed about how those comments affected Justin or the deeper mess behind it all. Even now, while Justin's finally opening up about how those early experiences shaped him, Kim's staying completely quiet. People are speculating she's keeping quiet to avoid drama or distance herself from all the backlash. And honestly, the silence speaks volumes. But what do you think about all this tea? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more juicy celebrity drama.